Welcome back to the Salem Show from our Washington County Community Foundation studios at Salem High School. I'm your host, Luke Ingram.
I'm your other host, Jonah Morgan.
This is our 5th episode of the Salem Show.
Welcome back, everyone.
Yeah, another show and another chance to catch everyone up on what's happening at SHS and beyond.
Let's get down to it with a few announcements.
The November SAT will be given at SHS on November 8th.
The deadline to register is October 28th. Go to satsuite.collegeboard.org or see Mrs. Nail in room 240 if you have any questions.
So if you're hearing this for the first time, you're a little late.
Process field trip for sophomores will be Monday, November 10th from 11:30 to 2:30. All sophomores will attend.
Speaking of opportunities for our students, Purdue Polytechnic of New Albany is holding a fall open house on Thursday, November 6th from 6 to 7:30 p.m.
Students who are interested in earning a Purdue University degree can get a first-hand look at what we have to offer, and we're close to home.
Students will learn more about our Bachelor of Science degrees in Mechanical Engineering Technology, Electrical Engineering Technology, and Engineering Technology. We present an applied approach to engineering with in-person, lab-based learning, along with access to the most up-to-date equipment and software.
We also have information available on tuition and admission process.
The Purdue Polytechnic New Albany application deadline extends beyond the Purdue main campus November 1st deadline. Students still have time to apply.
And SHS students are learning skills in the classroom and using them in the real world.
That's right, Jonah. SHS has multiple opportunities for our students. SLNN Broadcasting is producing the Salem Apothecary podcast called Marshalling Salem. The first episode is out now on YouTube with more to come.
This episode is to celebrate 40 years on the historic Salem Square. They are including visits to historic businesses on the square with chats about getting wellness.
And it's being produced by our very own Dahlia Morgan. Next up, we'll be honoring our veterans with a special program on November 11th.
The program will be held at the Brooks Memorial Gymnasium at 9 o'clock. Every school will be having their own performance. It's a great opportunity to show our appreciation for their service. We encourage everyone to attend and pay their respects.
We are going to turn to a more serious story now. Hurricane Melissa has made landfall at approximately 1 p.m. in New Hope, Jamaica as a powerful Category 5 storm, bringing catastrophic winds, heavy rain, and life-threatening storm surge to coastal communities. As of the airing, Melissa is responsible for at least 7 deaths, 3 in Jamaica, 3 in Haiti, and 1 in the Dominican Republic. A life-threatening storm surge up to 13 feet is forecast along the island's southern coast, with the capital of Kingston seeing the highest risk, and near the southwest Black River, the projected landfall site.
Warnings are in effect for parts of Cuba, Haiti, and the Dominican Republic. The storm is not expected to directly impact the U.S. as the hurricane veers upward and eastwards into the North Atlantic Ocean.
Melissa is the 13th named storm of the Atlantic hurricane season, which runs from June 1st through November 30th.
Speaking of weather,
winter's almost here.
So be careful with your Chromebook.
Make sure you're not leaving your Chromebook out in the cold.
Because this may harm the screen or interfere with connections. You know condensation is bad for electronics.
Make sure you're not leaving your Chromebook out in the cold, like your car or truck.
And speaking of cold, Jax, what is the weather going to be like for this upcoming week? Before we head over to weather for the answer to my question, let's hear from the YMCA and see what kind of weather is heading our way.
Email from school about the incident today.
Scary.
Teachers like me, parents, we don't always know as much as you guys do about what's going on with other kids.
Half the time, it's rumors.
Yeah, but if you're ever concerned about a friend who's having trouble with alcohol, prescription drugs, anything, you need to tell an adult, someone you know and trust. That can be hard, but speaking up about a problem is what helping a friend is all about.
Well, Joe and Luke, the weather has definitely changed to fall with Halloween looking clear of rain, but you will need to dress those little goblins warm for trick or treat. On Friday, it's going to be a high of 59, a low of 39, and it's going to be kind of cloudy, and it's Halloween night. It's going to be a high of 55, a low of 36. It's going to be mostly cloudy, and that's reading holiday. Sunday, it's going to be a high of 56, a low of 37, and it's going to be partially cloudy. Monday, it's going to be a high of 64, low of 37. It's National Sandwich Day, and it's going to be partially cloudy. Tuesday, it's going to be a high of 63, low of 39, and it's going to be kind of cloudy. Wednesday, it's going to be a high of 61, low 39. It's National Donut Day, and it's going to be partially cloudy. Thursday, it's going to be a high of 60, low of 41, and it has a 44% chance of rain. Friday, it's going to be a high of 60, a low of 44, and it's going to be partially cloudy. That's it for Fox Pro Lee Wealth Management Weather Report. Now let's take a second for a short commercial break, and then we will head over to Community News with Jocelyn.
Don't you have to be wealthy to donate to the foundation? Not at all. Some of our donors are in elementary school. Others choose to donate over time through payroll deduction or monthly ACH accounts. Donations of any size are accepted and greatly appreciated. All you need to know is what organization or area of interest you would like to support, and we will handle the rest.
Thanks, Jax, for the weather forecast. Tis the season when families love to share time together, give gifts, and break bread. Unfortunately, many families in Washington County are unable to feed their loved ones. That's where the Washington County Food Bank comes in to help the community. The mission of the Washington County Food Bank is to provide emergency food assistance to residents in need through accepting and distributing food donations. The food bank is accepting food donations now. Items needed by the Washington County Food Bank are crackers, cereal, soup, pancake mix, syrup, small sugar and flour bags, Pop-Tart, SpaghettiOs, ravioli, cooking oil, hot dogs, rice, instant mashed potatoes, and more. Please be a good neighbor and help our community by giving. The food bank is open on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. They are located at 106 North Water Street. You can contact them at 812-883-2655. Titan Tint and Graphics in Salem is starting free monthly drive-in movie nights on Saturday, November 1st at 8 p.m. The first one will show Hocus Pocus and The Nightmare Before Christmas. People can watch from their cars or bring chairs. There will be snacks and restrooms available. Owner Nick Weymouth says he wants to give families a fun, free way to hang out together. He hopes he can keep the events going with food trucks and games in the future. On November 11th at SHS Brooks Memorial Gymnasium, we will have the annual Veterans Day program. This is usually held at Brady Strum, but this year all 3 schools will be involved. SHS Media will be involved on multiple levels. SLNN Broadcasting will be live streaming the event. Broadcast will start at 8:30 a.m. with the ceremony starting at 9. Christmas Magic in Salem is back on Friday, December 5th on the square. Over 40 vendors will be celebrating the Yuletide. Festivities will start at 6 with Light Up Salem and ends at 9 p.m. There will be hot chocolate, Mrs. Claus reading at the Salem Apothecary, and yes, the old St. Nick will be in his house following the first wagon ride. So come out and enjoy all the fun. Who knows, there might be some Christmas carols. Now I'll toss it over to Aiden at the Hoosier Upland Sports Desk after this quick commercial break from our friends at Lynx Clothing and Shoes.
Shop local at Lynx Clothing and Shoes. Lynx offers a wide variety of clothing. Looking for a nice outfit for the night? Lynx has it. Need a nice pair of shoes to go with it? Lynx has it. Lynx doesn't just offer nice clothes, though. They also provide all your local sports team gear. Shop for Salem, Eastern, or West Washington merchandise. Is your child missing any sports gear for his or her game? Lynx has it. With the wide selection and stylish and comfortable clothing and shoes, all your sports gear and equipment needs, along with the reasonable prices and a central location in the heart of downtown Salem, Indiana, there is no reason you shouldn't stop by and shop at Lynx Clothing and Shoes.
Welcome to the Sports Minute, coming to you from the Hoosier Upland Sports Desk. I'm your host, Aiden. Lions football went out to the school out west and lost a hard-fought game 14-21. The Lions fall to 4-5 in the season and lost to Switzerland County for the first sectional game 33-41. Lady Lions basketball has already started with a scrimmage last night against Duggar Union. Their first game will be November 6th at Mitchell, and their first home game will be against Seymour on Saturday 8th. Lions basketball practice starts on November 11th, with their first game on November 26th out west against the Senators. Swimming will start their season November 24th at home against Northeast Du Bois. Wrestling will hit the mats on November 21st at home versus Madison. So, are you ready for a full winter schedule? Because it's here. That's it for me at the Huser Upland Sports Desk. Now back to Luke and Jonah.
Before we go, let's take a look at this week's History Spotlight.
This week, we are taking a look at one of the first space cowboys.
That's right. John Glenn was the first American to orbit the Earth.
On this day in 1988, Senator John Herschel Glenn Jr. is launched into space again as a payload specialist aboard the Space Shuttle Discovery.
At 77 years of age, Glenn was the oldest human to ever travel in space.
During the 9-day mission, he served as part of NASA's study on health problems associated with aging.
In 1998, Glenn attracted considerable media attention when he returned to space aboard the Space Shuttle Discovery.
In 1999, he retired from his U.S. Senate seat after 4 consecutive terms in office, a record for the state of Ohio.
Glenn died on December 8, 2016 at the age of 95.
And that's this week's History Spotlight.
That is a really neat factoid to know.
And knowing is half of the battle. Thank you for tuning into the Salem Show from the Washington County Community Foundation Studios.
This concludes our 5th episode of Season 15 of the Salem Show.
As the show runs down, we would like to remind everyone watching to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel and streaming channels.
Also, don't forget to check out our other social media platforms like Facebook, X, and TikTok.
On these apps, you can view an array of videos and updates about our Salem High School media.
And let's not forget about our radio station, 700 Roar Radio.
You can find it online at live365.com or on Roku.
Content for Roar Radio is added daily, including the 411.
And with that, we will see you next time, Lion Nation.
See you next time, Lions.